The 25th Amendment was passed by Congress in 1965 and ratified by the states in 1967. This amendment changed a portion of Article 2, Section 1. This amendment has 4 sections. The first section says, in case of the removal of the president from office or his death or resignation, the vice president shall become president. Here we see President Johnson being sworn in on board Air Force One following the death of President Kennedy in 1963. The second section says, whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the vice president, the president shall nominate a vice president who shall take office upon confirmation by a majority vote of both houses of Congress. The first use of the 25th Amendment occurred in 1973, when President Richard Nixon nominated Congressman Gerald R. Ford of Michigan to fill the vacancy left by Vice President Spiro Agnew's resignation. Section 3 says, whenever the President transmits to the President pro tem of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives his written declaration that he is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, and until he transmits to them a written declaration to the contrary, such powers and duties shall be discharged by the Vice President as acting President. This section of the amendment was recently brought into play during President Trump's time in the hospital fighting the COVID-19 virus. Many wondered if he would transfer power to Vice President Pence on account of his inability to discharge the duties of the office of President. Section 4 is long. Simply stated, it says that once the President says no inability exists, he resumes the powers and duties of his office. However, if the Vice President and members of the executive branch or Congress deem the President unfit to be President, they can submit a declaration to the Senate and the House asking for the President's removal. Congress can decide to remove the President with a 2/3 vote in both chambers. If that happens, the Vice President becomes acting President.